Good evening and welcome on board the NewsTrack. I'm Rahul Kamal. The Ram Yatra versus the Bharat Nyay Yatra. The BJP versus the Congress. Prime Minister Modi versus Rahul Gandhi. Who will be able to capture the public's imagination in the beginning of the new year? That's my top focus on the NewsTrack.
Invites sent out, politics speaks. Congress announces Yatra ahead of consecration. Will Mandir bolster BJP's mission? Can Nyaya Yatra help Congress on road to 2024? Stage set for state of war. Big focus on NewsTrack.
Today was the first day when the media was given permission to shoot at the newly constructed Ram Temple. Finishing touches currently on. I'd shot there when work had just started. Gaurav Sawant is in Ayodhya, giving us the first sense of what the temple is shaping up like. We'll get you his ground report on the NewsTrack tonight. Let's get started. Here are the headlines I'm tracking this evening. Mega Ram Mandir exclusive on India Today. Gaurav Sawant takes you inside the temple complex ahead of the consecration ceremony. Mamata Banerjee likely to skip the Ram Mandir consecration ceremony on the 22nd of January. Rahul Gandhi's aide, Sam Pitroda, stirs controversy, says it bothers him that the entire nation is being involved in the Ram Mandir. Congress to launch its rebranded Bharat Jodo Yatra from the 14th of January. Bharat Nyay Yatra to start from Manipur and cover 14 states from east to west. Politics escalates over the Home Minister's CAA warning. After Amit Shah calls CAA the law of the land, TMC and Congress hit out. Ask why is the CAA only being implemented in opposition rule states. Language row reignites in Karnataka. Pro-Kannada activists go on a rampage in Bengaluru. English posters, billboards and nameplates are taken down. CM Siddaramaiah says no one can take law in their hands. On NewsTrack tonight, we bring you the first exclusive look at the Ram Temple. In 26 days, the consecration ceremony with full Vedic rituals will be held. Before that grand event, Gaurav Sawant takes you inside the temple complex in this India Today exclusive.
The Divya Bhavya Ram Temple here at Ayodhya. Work on at a very, very fast pace to ensure that construction for phase 1, that's the ground floor of the temple, is completed before the 22nd of January. That's where the consecration of the temple or the idol of Lord Ram or Ram Lala, a 5-year-old child Ram, will be installed here at the temple. Now, what's happening right now? Cement work is happening, stone work is happening, Makrana marble is being used for flooring on the ground floor. So that's the work that's happening right now. That's point 1. Point 2, if you look at this Parkota wall that is being made, this is 14 feet wide. Let me tell you more about the Parkota wall and let's try and get you closer to the Ram temple. We'll come closer to the Ram temple to be able to show you the effort that is happening right now. Now, these stones, Bansi Paharpur stones, have been brought from Rajasthan. These stones are being used for this temple. Apart from the Bansi Paharpur stones, granite has been brought in from Karnataka. granite has been brought in from Karnataka for this construction work, for the Ram temple construction here at Ayodhya. This is going to be spread over 20 acres of land. The entire land which the Hindu side got was 70 acres. Let's try and get you closer to the Ram temple. I'll ask our camera person Sachin Chandok to come closer as we move closer to the Sri Ram temple at Ayodhya. This is the work that's happening. Road construction activity happening simultaneously. And as we go closer to the temple, you can look at the kind of stone that is being used here. अब आप हमें समझाने का प्रयास कीजिए।
अभी हम इसमें उत्तर दिशा में हम मंदिर की साइड खड़े हैं। तो ये हमारा ईस्ट साइड जो पूर्व दिशा है वो मंदिर की एंट्री है। मेन एंट्री जो वहाँ पे दिख रही है वो हमारा परकोटा है जहाँ से पिलग्रिम्स आएंगे। दैट इज द मेन एंट्री जो रामपथ से होते हुए वहाँ से होते हुए यहाँ से अंदर घुसेंगे, पोडियम पे आएंगे, कोर्टयार्ड में यहाँ से अंदर जाएंगे, यहीं से लाइन लगेंगे और सामने अंदर गर्भगृह है जी। ये हमारा पूरा ये इस तरह से यहाँ पे हम खड़े हैं।
तो यहाँ जो मुख्य परकोटा है जो ये कहा जा रहा है 14 फीट चौड़ी दीवार है, ये मुख्य परकोटा
अभी जो हमारा प्रायोरिटी देखिए, परकोटा चारों साइड फैला हुआ 800 मीटर का है जी, क्योंकि ये बहुत बड़ा काम है। अभी जो हमारा प्रायोरिटी का वो एंट्री का है, वो एंट्री हमारी कंप्लीट हो जाएगी। जो आपको दिख रहा है अभी 10 दिन के अंदर ये स्कैफोल्डिंग वगैरह सब निकल जाएगी और हमारा काम कंप्लीट हो जाएगा।
ठीक है। और जो 6 मंदिर
वो सप्तऋषि मंदिर हैं, उसका काम अभी शुरू नहीं हुआ है। वो हमारा सेकंड फेज में जनवरी के बाद स्टार्ट करेंगे। वो हमारा साउथ दिशा में दक्षिण की तरफ है वो।
और जो परकोटा पे मंदिर बन रहे हैं,
परकोटा में हमारे ये कोने पे 4 मंदिर हैं। इनकी फाउंडेशन हो गई है, इसका काम अभी स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ। 2 मंदिर बीच में है, ये काम भी हमारा जनवरी के बाद शुरू होगा।
गर्भगृह अगर पूछे तो गर्भगृह कहाँ?
गर्भगृह हमारा पश्चिम दिशा में है जी। ये पीछे हमारा प्रार्थना कीर्तन मंडप है, फिर उसके पीछे बीच में गर्भगृह है।
3,500 workers are working round the clock. Let me get you closer to some of these complexes so that we can show you where the temple is being constructed. Now, these are the workers. क्या नाम है आपका? कहाँ से आप?
जी झारखंड से। मैं राजेंद्र सिंह।
राजेंद्र, क्या काम कर रहे हैं आप यहाँ पर?
वो इसका फोल्डिंग कर रहा हूँ।
इसके फोल्डिंग का काम कर रहे हैं। क्या नाम है आपका?
कन्हैया लाल गुप्ता।
गुप्ता जी, कहाँ से आप?
बहराइच से।
आप बहराइच से? तो उत्तर प्रदेश से ही आप। तो क्या काम करते हैं आप यहाँ?
हेल्पर का काम करते हैं।
अरे बहुत भी बढ़िया। और आप यहाँ पर क्या काम कर रहे हैं? क्या नाम है आपका?
हमारा नाम अनिल मौर्य।
क्या करते हो आप?
प्लास्टर का काम करते हैं।
तो कब से काम कर रहे हैं यहाँ?
1 महीना हो गया।
1 महीना हो गया। आपको?
मेरा 1.5 महीना हो गया।
हाँ, क्या नाम है आपका?
रामबलेश्वर।
अच्छा, और आप क्या काम करते हैं?
हम सिविल का काम करते हैं।
तो इस तरह से there are 3,500 workers who've been working round the clock for the construction of the Ram temple. There is a history. This part of the temple is at its narrowest. If we could show you the temple at its narrowest here, because this was the plot where that mosque structure was. That mosque structure, after the Supreme Court order, this land has now was given to the Hindu side, and that is where construction activities started, virtually round the clock. It will happen in several phases. What's unique in this temple is that there is no iron that is being used. When you talk about RCC, there isn't reinforced concrete that's being used here. There is stone dust is being used instead of sand, and that is to give it more in the base. That is to give it more strength. And the levels, 14 meters, when you talk to engineers on ground, 14 meters of base has been created across 6 acres of land. So that shows you the wide area where the base was created, and then granite was brought in. Granite was brought in from Karnataka for strengthening the other levels before stone construction has started. Now this is floor 1, some parts of work on floor 2, and then the shikhar will be 161 feet. That will be the height of the temple here at Ayodhya.
The BJP going all out around the inaugural of the Ram temple, And just a week before the Ram Mandir is inaugurated, the Congress will be launching its modified Bharat Jodo Yatra, rebranded as the Bharat Nyay Yatra. Rahul Gandhi this time will be leading the Yatra from Manipur all the way to Mumbai. It will become a clash in some senses of two ideas, of two Yatras. The Ram Yatra, as it comes from Janakpur all the way down to Ayodhya, and the Bharat Nyay Yatra, as it traverses from the east to the west. Who will capture the imagination of the Indian voter in the new year? We'll deal with that, but for the moment, let's take a look at the Congress's announcement around the Bharat Nyay Yatra.
Rahul Gandhi's much talked about Bharat Jodo Yatra is set to make a comeback in the mega election year of 2024. But in a new avatar. This time it will be called the Bharat Nyay Yatra.
भारत जोड़ो यात्रा के बाद अब राहुल गांधी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत न्याय यात्रा 14 जनवरी से लेकर 20 मार्च तक 14 राज्यों से गुजरेगी.
This yatra will cover a distance of 6,200 kilometers. This yatra is covering 14 states and 85 districts. With the great experience from the first Bharat Jodo Yatra, Congress party is expecting this Bharat Nyay Yatra is going to be also a most historic yatra of this country.
Led by Rahul Gandhi, the Bharat Nyay Yatra will stretch from Manipur in the east to Mumbai in the west, covering 14 states and 85 districts. It will commence on January 14th, with Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge flagging it off from Imphal. The Yatra will span around 6,200 kilometers and is scheduled to conclude on March 20th.
Rahul Gandhi ji, who has led a yatra which is Bharat Jodo Yatra from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, has made a big impact and regenerated the Congress party in the north to south yatra, and this is going to be a east to west yatra. Therefore, this yatra is also a very important yatra.
मुबारक हो, भारत जोड़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, वतन को एक करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ये जो नफरतें मजहबों में शुरू कर दी है, इनको खत्म करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. इसमें क्यों नहीं शामिल?
While the Bharat Jodo Yatra helped Congress gain traction and virality, its impact in the recently concluded assembly elections was limited. This time too, the BJP is dismissive, terming the yatra Bharat Todo Yatra.
मैं इतना ही कहूंगा, जो टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग के सदस्यों को शामिल करते हों, जो भारत को क्षेत्र और जातिवाद में बांटने का काम करते हों, वो न्याय क्या दिलाएंगे जिनके अपने राज्य में 84 के दंगे हुए हों और कई वर्षों तक सिखों के इस दंगों को न्याय नहीं दिला पाए. उनके लिए भी एसआईटी की जांच नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार ने की. मैं इतना ही कहूंगा कि जनता इनका असली चेहरा जान चुकी है.
The BRS, which is also eyeing a national role, has called the revamped yatra a stunt by Rahul Gandhi.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi continuously keeps making a lot of statements about Bharat Jodo Yatra, where he is constantly trying to unite the nation, etc. Now looks like a PR stunt, because otherwise Mr. Rahul Gandhi should have stood up, spoken when comments were made on Sanatan Dharma, hurting crores of Hindu sentiments in this nation.
Will this yatra help Congress on the crucial road to 2024 elections? With Mausami Singh, Bureau Report, India Today.
The Ram Yatra versus the Bharat Nyay Yatra, both playing out in January, both striving to capture the imagination of the Indian public. Who is likely to succeed? Is the Indian opposition out of sync with the national mood around the inaugural of the Ram temple? Multiple opposition leaders from the CPM, the TMC wanting to boycott the inauguration, the likes of Sam Pitroda saying that this can't be the biggest issue, that issues like education, unemployment are being ignored. He also feels that why are so many people being involved, whereas the government and the BJP and the Sangh Parivar clearly think it's a great idea because they want citizens, voters to come in from all 543 constituencies so that the Ram Temple becomes a people's movement rather than being just a political movement. Joining us to talk about this, we've got Anila Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP. We've got KC Tyagi, senior leader of the Janata Dal United. Remember, the JDU has a national council meeting in the capital where big changes are expected, so they have their own political calculus that they're looking at. Ghanshyam Tiwari is the spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. It was under the rule of Mulayam Singh Yadav, the then Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, that car sevaks were fired at. That's something the BJP and the larger Hindutva fold still holds against the SP, even though both Dimple and Akhilesh said that they would go if they were invited. Adil Singh Boparai represents the Congress and Sriraj Nair is the spokesperson of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. I want to go across to Adil Singh Boparai first, because at a time when there is so much fervor and momentum around the inaugural of the Ram Temple, Rahul Gandhi clearly, by wanting to strike from Manipur, start from Manipur and come down through Bengal, through Bihar, through Uttar Pradesh, going towards Mumbai, is wanting to capture the imagination through the Bharat Nyay Yatra. What gives you any hope at all as we start this debate that somehow Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Nyay Yatra will be more successful in captivating the Indian voter relative to and in comparison with the Ram Yatra that the BJP and the larger Hindutva fold is going to be undertaking?
Well, Rahulji, firstly, God is not the monopoly of any one political party. Let's get this very clear. This is principally, conceptually, the truth for centuries. Point number one. Point number two, both these are operating in different spheres. When you talk about the Bharat Nyay Yatra, this is a yatra which is focusing on economic, social and political justice. And I will further sub-bracket it for you. When you speak about economic justice, today you see price rise and unemployment which have hit the roof. We want to go to the people, understand their grievances and suggest a roadmap for a better future for crores of Indians. Point number one. Point number two, we are focusing on economic and equal opportunity for all. As a political party, your focus and your task is to improve and alleviate the lives of your constituents. That is your primary task. This is why people elect you. People elect you to govern. Number two, we are going to be focusing on social justice. Today in this country, when ethnic clashes are on the rise, today when societal polarization, social violence, discrimination has become all pervasive and has been normalized, one needs a hand to work as a healing balm. Please see what is happening in Manipur. There are ethnic clashes which are happening, and it's a perfect exemplar of BJP's callousness and their divisive politics.
You are pushing, Anila Singh, the Ram Yatra, the Congress trying to draw attention to the situation in Manipur, saying that tragedy happened on your watch and that you've got your priorities wrong. You're trying to monopolize religion, make it seem as if this is somehow a BJP function, whereas it is not. And Rahul Gandhi, in the opinion of Adil Boparai, is trying to bring people's imagination to the real issues. Jobs, unemployment, social unrest, etc. How do you respond to the charges that the opposition is levelling at the BJP? Anila Singh.
My Ram Ram to all. And there is a problem in audio, clarity isn't there. If you can get it corrected, that will be great. So, number one, we cannot compare their Bhagwan Rahul Gandhi with our Bhagwan Shri Ram. He is nowhere. Who he is? He might be considered as a Bhagwan in this confused party. So, he might be doing Nyaya Yatra. First of all, he should do Nyaya in his own political party. Then he should do the Nyaya Yatra. And if we talk about Bhagwan Shri Ram, if we talk about the festivities, any sort of festivities connected to Bhagwan Shri Ram, it is the festival which is being celebrated by each and every Sanatani living in this nation or anywhere in the world. We are celebrating it. If they do not want to celebrate, this shows the real color. Because they are the one. When I say they, the political parties, especially in this Gatbandiya, Ghamandiya Gatbandhan, whatever name you want to give, you can give. यहाँ बात हम भगवान श्री राम की कर रहे हैं. जिन लोगों ने राम को माना नहीं है, उनसे आप अपेक्षा क्या कर सकते हैं? They will start talking about the unemployment. They will start talking about the economy. We have always said that yes, if you want to talk about these all issues, we are here to talk about, because under Narendra Modi ji's regime, each and every work has been done. All verticals and human development index, we are performing very well. But whenever we talk about आस्था, जब भी हम आस्था की बात करेंगे, हम भगवान श्री राम की बात करें, हम महादेव की बात करें, हम भगवान श्री कृष्ण की बात करें, हम अपनी शक्ति पीठों की बात करें, ये बात करेंगे, अरे क्यों बात कर रहे हैं आप? आपको बात करनी चाहिए, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट पे बात करनी चाहिए, आपको अर्थव्यवस्था पे बात करनी चाहिए, आपको किसानों के ऊपर बात करें. We have never ever
okay, you're saying it's not an either or, you're trying to push both equally. KC Tyagi, does the opposition run the risk of ending up on the wrong side of the public mood? Would Nitish Kumar, for example, go to the Ram Mandir inauguration on the 22nd? Mamata Banerjee said she doesn't want to go. Sitaram Yechuri has said he doesn't want to go. Because of the positions that are being taken by the opposition parties, might they end up on the wrong side of public mood across the country at this time? KC Tyagi. त्यागी जी, आवाज आ रही है आपको मेरी?
आपकी जानकारी के लिए जी, मुझे आपकी आवाज आ रही है राहुल जी.
जी.
और मैं जो पुस्तक पढ़ रहा हूं वो डॉक्टर राम मनोहर लोहिया की लिखी हुई है, और उसका पहला है राम कृष्ण और शिव, जिसका जिक्र अभी अनिला जी कर रही थी, और दूसरा उनका जो चैप्टर है वो है रामायण मेला. सभी सोशलिस्टों को रामायण मेला ऑर्गेनाइज करना चाहिए और भगवान राम की जो महत्ता है उसका जिक्र करना चाहिए. वो अपने वक्ताओं में कहते हैं कि राम जो है वो कृष्ण से भी ज्यादा चूंकि मर्यादित हो गए थे, कृष्ण राम से ज्यादा लीलाओं के मानने वाले थे. राम अपने जीवन काल में साम्राज्यवादी नहीं रहे. जब वो रावण का भी राज का अंत करते हैं तो राज उसी को दे आते हैं, उसके भाई सुग्रीव को. जब बाली का अंत होता है तो वो बाली के बजाय सुग्रीव को दे आते हैं, वहां पे विभीषण को देकर आते हैं. एक दूसरा, वो साधारण आदमी की तरह से व्यवहार करते हैं कई अवसरों पे. कृष्ण नहीं करते हैं. कृष्ण की आंखों में आंसू नहीं होते हैं. राम पल पल दुखी होते हैं, चाहे वो भरत का विलाप हो, चाहे सीता माता का आगमन हो. तो हम जो लोहिया सोशलिस्ट हैं, हम लोग राम को भी मानते हैं, कृष्ण को भी मानते हैं, लेकिन उसका राजनीतिकरण नहीं करते हैं. मैं उस संसद में था, राहुल कमल जी, जहां आडवाणी जी नेता प्रतिपक्ष थे और उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री कल्याण सिंह जी थे. हमने लंबे समय तक साथ काम किया. मैं आपको कल्याण सिंह जी का भी एफिडेविट दे सकता हूं, अभी पढ़ के सुनाता हूं, और नेता प्रतिपक्ष होने के नाते आडवाणी जी का, जिसमें उन्होंने कहा है 5 दिसंबर 1992 को कि जो ढांचा है बाबरी मस्जिद जिसको बोलते हैं उसको कोई नुकसान नहीं होगा. मैं शपथ पूर्वक ये लोकसभा में भी कहता हूं और मैं सुप्रीम कोर्ट में भी कहता हूं. 6 दिसंबर को फिर क्या हुआ, उसके लिए अटल जी ने भी अफसोस किया. जब सारा मामला अदालत के अंदर चल रहा था तो उसको अतिरंजित करके ध्वस्त करने की आवश्यकता थी, और अदालत का अपमान करने की एवज में कल्याण सिंह की सजा हुई और अटल आडवाणी जी ने उस कार्य के लिए माफी मांगी. तो एक तो राम की जो मर्यादा है ना, कृष्ण के इलाके में भी जयराम जी की बोलते हैं, अयोध्या में कोई जय कृष्ण जी नहीं बोलता. राम इतना मर्यादित है, वो बंधा हुआ है इन संस्कारों में. वो कोई एक काम उससे ऐसा नहीं होता. जो वनवास है राम का, राहुल जी, राम को जो वनवास है उसमें राम ने कोई गलती नहीं की है. जो केकई से प्रतिबंध है उसके तहत है. अगर कृष्ण को वनवास होता तो कृष्ण नहीं जाते वनवास में. वो कहले मथुरा के लोगों को बुलाइए, यहाँ सर्वसम्मति से फैसला कीजिए. इतना मर्यादित राम है. लेकिन राम के मंदिर को लेकर के हम क्यों नहीं जाएंगे भाई? जो बुलाएगा जाएंगे. राम कोई भारतीय जनता पार्टी का पेटेंट है क्या जिस तरह से व्यवहार कर रहे हैं? ऐसा किसी पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम में होता है क्या?
Okay, let Shriraj Nyay respond to this. Strong points from KC Tyagi that Bhagwan Ram is not the patent of the BJP. that the BJP and the larger Saffron Parivar is engaging at this time what he calls the politicization of Bhagwan Ram?
Well, Rahul, we first of all, nobody says that Bhagwan Ram is the patent of BJP or for that matter for anybody. We always say Sabke Ram. Ram belongs to everybody. So what Mr. K.C. Tyagi says, indirectly, he definitely wants that Mr. Nitish Kumar may visit the Prana Pratishtha. Now, nobody is politicizing. Who are politicizing? From the people, the political parties under the guise of secularism who opposed that Ram Mandir should never be a reality. For that matter, the Congress party, which engaged the topmost lawyers to fight in the courts so that the Ram Mandir does not come in reality, they are the people who are politicizing. We believe Ram belongs to everybody. Ram, Maryada Purushottam Ram is for all. And now second thing, what Mr. Tyagi is trying to say about the comparison of Bhagavan Krishna and Bhagwan Ram, both are different. Both are different aspects, and there should not be a comparison because both were in the different both were there in the different yugas. So there is no comparison. So people who are politicizing are the people who opposed Ram Temple, who ensured that Ram Temple does not come in reality, and they never wanted it to come. So and moreover, appeasement politics is the biggest politics. Now, Madam Mamata Banerjee is eyeing 27% Muslim votes. Congress does not want to lose its Muslim votes. So there are people who have appeased the Muslim community, and they have always ridiculed, mocked Hindu Dharma and Hindus. They have arrested saints.
Okay, Ghanshyam Tiwari, is this moment particularly tricky for the Samajwadi Party, given your party's track record under Mulayam Singh Yadav as having fired and killed Khar Sevaks? And therefore, when this moment comes, when the Ram Temple rises, the Samajwadi Party will find it very difficult to celebrate, and if they don't celebrate, they could run afoul with the mood and the sentiment of a large part of the Hindu voters, that especially amongst the Yadav community who vote for your party.
Very well to you, the viewers and fellow co-panelists. Three things emerged. One is who's politicizing. When the Ram Janmabhoomi Trust Secretary Champat Rai says that PM Modi Vishnu Bhagwan ke avatar hain, is that a celebration of Hindu religion or is that an insult of Hindu religion? That's point one. Point two is BJP temple and the continuous obfuscation of issues with respect to unemployment, the attack on parliament, what is happening in Kashmir, what is happening in Manipur, may be two different agenda. For Samajwadi Party, for India Alliance, it is clear that the sentiments associated with Ram Mandir are sentiments of an individual, my faith, our faith, of a family, but the sentiments associated with the nation are the sentiments of progress of a nation. And progress of a nation will not happen when India Today reports that 42% of youth in India are unemployed. Educated youth in India, 42% are unemployed. When India Today reports and the Home Minister is found missing in action, he should have resigned in any other country, but here he does not. When youth go in and create anarchy in Parliament, terrorist activity in Parliament, because they want the Prime Minister and his government to listen to the unemployment issue. When the Prime Minister does not visit Manipur, but he has the time to take 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks limelight on the Ram Mandir issue. When our defense minister is in Kashmir today and the events are unfolding in Kashmir, where this government is already celebrating that Kashmir is the most prosperous part of India, that is their celebratory tone. So this government is out of sync with what India needs as a nation. India does not need more blindness towards religion. India needs more belief in religion, but definitely not blindness. But Prime Minister Modi represents the blindness in religion that BJP wants from the youth of India. If you want your child to be a devotee and not be employed and not demand employment, please go and vote for BJP. But if you want your child who you paid for his education or her education to find employment, if you want your daughter to have freedom and not look
No, but you aren't answering my question. You're giving me a long rhetorical response without answering my question. My question was about the actions of the Mulayam Singh Yadav government after having fired at Khar Sevaks and killing several of them. now when the Ram temple rises, the Samajwadi Party in particular finds itself in a very bothersome position?
Well, the whole Ravan epic is also about Ravan who took away Sita and how Ram followed his dharma and pursued Ravan and
The
brought him to
BJP can
justice.
say in this context that they are Ram and you acted like Ravan.
Yes. And now Braj Bhushan Singh is the latest symbol of Ram for BJP. So the women in India should ask that BJP, for whom Braj Bhushan Singh is also a symbol of their Ram, and there are many Braj Bhushan Singhs in BJP. There is Babu Bajrangi, another symbol. So there is no dearth of people like Braj Bhushan and Babu Bajrangi. Now you go visit Ram Mandir and tell your daughters that look, this is a mandir which is the central agenda of Bharatiya Janata Party, whose top brand ambassador for Ramayana the 2023 and 2024 is Braj Bhushan Singh, and where the daughters of India have to hang their boots in shame, hang their heads in shame, but the Prime Minister will not listen, Home Minister will not listen, where daughters in Manipur will be paraded naked, but the
That
Home
when
Minister
it
will
comes
not
to a decision that must be taken, Anila Singh, of the kind that Bhagwan Ram would have taken, and he's bringing it to the issue of Braj Bhushan Singh, saying that what would Bhagwan Ram have done in this situation, and if you are such followers of Maryada, of tradition and of propriety, then shouldn't you be acting against him, that this is basically a political farce that you put up seeking to benefit from the projection of Bhagwan Ram but not following his teachings? Anila Singh.
All right. Unfortunately, I was not able to follow what Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari was saying because of the audio problem.
Okay, then let me ask that question to Sriraj Nair. Sriraj Nair, since Anila couldn't hear me, why don't you answer that question? That the BJP doesn't follow the principles of Bhagwan Ram in reality, but seeks to benefit politically from everything that he could potentially get to the voting booth on the day of polling.
What right Mr. Tiwari has got to raise this question first of all? This is the same party which killed innocent car sevaks and now they are trying to justify. It is a BJP which was at the forefront of this Ayodhya movement, and it is only because of BJP and the Sangh Parivar today we are seeing the struggle of 500 years has met with success, and during our lifetime we are seeing a grand temple coming at the birthplace of Bhagwan Sri Ram. Now coming to the other part, what he was talking about, employment or generating employment. Yes, Gundas in UP have lost their employment. That is definitely for sure. Now you yourself in your video showed 3,000 people are working at the temple construction site, and you should read a book called Temple Economics. And thousands of people are going to get employed. There is going to be a huge employment generation due to the temple coming in Ayodhya. Moreover, I am telling you with full responsibility, the way things are growing, especially in UP, people are not going to migrate from UP. That is going to be the best part. So Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari won't understand all these things because they have always created Gunda Raj. They have ensured that there is no investment which comes in UP. They have ensured that Muslims are appeased. They have ensured that saints are being harassed. They have ridiculed Hindus, mocked Hindus, and they have always created terror for Hindus.
No, but you can't, you know, Ghanshyam Tiwari, in the analogy you tried to draw with Braj Bhushan Charan Singh, you went away from the question that was asked. Each of these parties, whether it's the Congress or the Samajwadi Party, they need to account for their past track record. The Samajwadi Party in particular for having fired at the Khar Sevaks. You can't think of this as a great movement around Hindu reawakening and about Bhagwan Ram finally getting his due by getting a grand temple. Your party must ultimately account for what happened on your watch. You can't run away from that.
Well, if that's a question to me, no one can run away from the facts that are going to be there. But the question is, as Sriraj Nair tells us, and Anila Singh tells us that temple economics is the new Modi economics. So if you have an educated child, think about him or her standing in front of temple, and that is her pathway to job or his pathway to job.
But they didn't say that. That's what you're saying. They never said that.
Think about
Mr. Tiwari, I don't know from where
okay, Sriraj, let him speak. Ghanshyam Tiwari, let him go on.
Hotels, there are going to be so many allied industries which are going to come near the temple. Many 5-star hotels will come. Do you think only fool and har are going to be sold there? And have some basic common sense, Mr. Tiwari. Where are you educated from? Okay. So many 5-star hotels are going to come.
Okay, Ghanshyam Tiwari.
develop.
With all
Food and
humility,
beverage industry is going to develop. Tourism is going to develop.
Okay, Ghanshyam.
Have some common sense, my dear friend.
With all humility, Rahul, this is the set of ideas BJP has. From the Prime Minister saying that youth can sell pakoras, to Sriraj Nair and BJP saying that now they can also sell pakoras in front of temples, and temple economics is their way forward for 2 crore jobs. This is a sham.
See, this is the reason they are losing elections after elections. Because no common sense
vote for BJP,
at all.
understand that you are voting for BJP against the employment credentials or possibilities of your child.
I think you live in
then
UP.
understand.
Go and see the kind of development which is happening, the infrastructure development in and around Ayodhya.
No, but it's not just Ayodhya. The problem with some of these arguments, Adil Singh Bopara, is that they take away from the kind of development that's happened in a city like Varanasi or is happening at Ayodhya, which is now at this time the hottest piece of real estate. So obviously it's not the solution to the economic problem, but I was in a conversation with some top hoteliers and they're all talking about how they want to build massive 5-star hotels, whether it's in a Rishikesh, a Haridwar, an Ayodhya or a Varanasi. Yes. And to that extent what Sriraj Nair is saying is correct. It is feeding an economic boom. Obviously that's not the solution to India's economic problems, but there is that underlying aspect which you can't run away from.
Rahulji, firstly, who gives the BJP to judge the religiosity of fellow citizens? I want to know this. Who gives them this right? Are they a tribunal? Are they a court of law? Will Mr. Nyaya set over my religiosity? Will he decide whether I'm a devout devotee or whether I'm not a devout devotee? Do I have to wear my religion on my sleeve to prove a point to Mr. Nyaya? Mr. Nyaya, I don't need to do so. You're not a judge. Religion is my private matter.
You are against the temple.
Lord Ram,
you never wanted the temple to come in place.
Don't interrupt.
Yes, you proved it.
Don't get anxious. Mr. Kamal, you'll have to intervene. The gentleman.
Go on, Adil, go on.
Rather to at least come on the debate and not interrupt others before giving us sermons. So therefore, the BJP does not have a monopoly on religion. Let's understand this very carefully. Ram Rajya stands for justice for all. This is the basic premise of Ram Rajya. Do you see justice to the women wrestlers today? Do you see justice in Manipur? Do you see justice when it came to Ajay Kumar Teni's son running over hapless farmers? Do you see justice to the unemployed youth of this country? And Mr. Nair's solution to the unemployment problem is, well, there'll be a few hotels in Rishikesh and a few hotels in Varanasi, and that will solve this youth bulge and the problem of growing unemployment. I am sorry, this is WhatsApp economics. Just as you people peddle fake news on WhatsApp, this is WhatsApp economics.
Anila Singh, respond to Adil Singh Bopara that the BJP cannot judge the religiosity of other political parties, whether Mamata Banerjee comes, whether Sitaram Yechuri comes, whether Sonia Gandhi comes. It's their personal choice. Whether they choose to come or not doesn't allow the BJP to give others a certificate about whether someone's religious or not.
That is the problem with the Sikh slaughterers, Karsevak slaughterers and Hindu slaughterers. They are not able to understand when we talk about our Panth, because there is no such religion thing in our Panth, in Sanatan. Whenever we talk about our Panth, it can be above the sentiments of Bharatiya Janata Party and Sangh. But the reality is we have always stood in this battle of getting Ram Lalla Mandir constructed. And if I talk about Samajwadi Party and if I talk about Congress Party or XYZ Party who are deep into appeasement, इन लोगों ने किया क्या है? अब जब आस्था की बात करते हैं तब ये लोग हमारे ऊपर प्रहार करते हैं. हाँ, यहाँ पर with all due respect to Mr. Tyagi, he just now he mentioned, अरे भगवान श्री राम जो हैं वो ये बताते हैं कि धर्म क्या है, कर्तव्य क्या है. अडवाणी जी ने कंट्रोल नहीं किया, अटल जी ने कंट्रोल नहीं किया, कल्याण सिंह जी ने कंट्रोल नहीं किया और मस्जिद जो है वो ढहा दी गई. दिस इज व्हाट ही सेड. अब न्याय की बात करते हैं, आप कर्तव्य की बात करते हैं, आप धर्म की बात करते हैं. आप ये बताइए जहां पे राम लल्ला का मंदिर होना चाहिए वहां पर मस्जिद बना दी गई और 100 साल से हिंदू अगर ये संघर्ष कर रहा था कि ये मस्जिद नहीं होनी चाहिए, यहाँ पर मंदिर होना चाहिए, तो अब आपको न्याय दिखाई नहीं दे रहा था.
Okay.
तब आपको दिखाई नहीं दे रहा था.
So KC Tyagi, before I end, I want to just shift attention for a moment. There is a big Janata Dal United National Council meeting in the capital. उसका आपका एजेंडा क्या है? कहीं ना कहीं राजनीतिक गलियारों में चर्चा चल रही है कि कुछ बड़ा पॉलिटिकल प्लान हो सकता है. कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं कि नीतीश कुमार एक बार फिर से जेडीयू का हाथ छोड़कर, जेडीयू नहीं आरजेडी का हाथ छोड़कर बीजेपी के वापस तो नहीं जा रहे हैं? ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा है सर वहां पे.
नहीं, पहले तो राहुल जी मैं अनिला जी के सवाल का जवाब
जी जी।
राम का मंदिर बना है, हमारे जैसे करोड़ों लोग भारत में, भारत से बाहर भी इसका स्वागत करते हैं। ये मामला कोर्ट के अंदर, आप शायद वकील भी हैं, ये मामला कोर्ट के अंदर विचाराधीन था। आपके या मेरे मकान को कोई हिस्सा अगर अदालत में चल रहा है तो क्या कोई आदमी उस पर कब्जा कर सकता है? क्यों आपने कोर्ट में एफिडेविट दिया? क्यों प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री कल्याण सिंह ने एफिडेविट दिया? कल आपके मकान पे कोई जबरन कब्जा करेगा, आप क्या करोगे? उसको दे दोगे मकान? ये हमारी आस्थाओं का केंद्र था। ये स्वीकार करते हुए मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि वहां पे कार सेवकों को तोड़ने के लिए, भड़काने के लिए जिसने आदेश दिए थे, दैट वाज ए क्रिमिनल एक्ट, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, राहुल जी, कल हमारी पार्टी की पदाधिकारियों की बैठक है, परसों राष्ट्रीय कार्यकारिणी की बैठक है, जिसमें हम पिछले लंबे समय से पार्टी की बैठक नहीं हुई थी, और अब हम अपनी पार्टी को भी और इंडिया गठबंधन को भी नई दिशा देने के लिए, उसको और मजबूत करने के लिए ये मीटिंग कर रहे हैं। नीतीश कुमार जी बिहार की पॉलिटिक्स में इतने महत्वपूर्ण हैं, उनको लेकर के चर्चाएं गर्म रहती हैं। आप और मैं तो कई बार चुनाव में इकट्ठे रहे हैं, आपने देखा उनका जादू। और जब से वहां पर जातिगत जनगणना हुई है, एक पार्टी बताओ, एक बीजेपी के 3 मिनिस्टर तीनों रात दिन कह रहे हैं कि नीतीश कुमार जो कह रहे हैं सही है, चाहे अनुप्रिया पटेल हो, रामदास अठावले हो, पासवान हो, एक भी इनका घटक दल ऐसा नहीं है जो जातिगत जनगणना के लिए ना कह रहा हो।
तो क्योंकि दो थ्योरी चल रही है केसी त्यागी जी। तो एक थ्योरी ये है कि वो अपने राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष ललन सिंह को हटाना चाहते हैं, दूसरी थ्योरी ये है कि वो आरजेडी से परेशान है क्योंकि लालू चाहते हैं कि चिराग कि उनका जो बेटा है तेजस्वी वो चीफ मिनिस्टर बन जाए, इस वजह वो चाहते हैं कि बीजेपी का वापस लौट आए। तीसरा है कि वो नाराज हैं कि उनको कन्वीनर नहीं बनाया गया, पीएम का चेहरा नहीं बनाया गया, तो एक तरीके से वो शक्ति प्रदर्शन करना चाहते हैं। क्या हो रहा है ये बताइए ना बस।
नहीं राहुल जी, एक तो पार्टी की बैठक में क्या होगा, 4 पार्टी के नेता यहाँ बैठे हुए हैं, वो मंच पे या पब्लिक मीटिंग में कोई अपना एजेंडा नहीं घोषित करता, एक। दूसरा, वो एनडीए के भी निर्माता थे जॉर्ज फर्नांडिस के साथ, जिसकी माननीय सदस्य है अनिला सिंह। वो लंबा हो जाएगा, वो बहस का मुद्दा भी नहीं है। और वो इंडिया के भी, ही इज द फाउंडर ऑफ इंडिया।
छोड़ते भी तो रहते हैं एक तरफ से दूसरी तरफ,
तिवारी जी की पार्टी। हाँ, तो ऐसा है ना, ऐसा है, जब छोड़ते हैं तब आप तारीफ करते हो, जब आपकी मर्जी से नहीं होता है तब आप आलोचना करते हो। अब इसे 6 महीने पहले प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा कि जॉर्ज फर्नांडिस, डॉक्टर लोहिया और नीतीश कुमार 3 सच्चे समाजवादी हैं, मैं इनकी इज्जत करता हूं। जब हम अलग हो जाते हैं आपसे माने राहुल कमल से नहीं, अनिला जी से, तब हम खराब हो जाते हैं। हमारी पार्टी की बैठक है इंडिया गठबंधन को मजबूत करने के लिए, और हम उन तमाम लोगों को निराश करेंगे जो इस तरह के स्पेकुलेशंस लगाने में लगे हुए हैं।
So he is a consummate political player with a lot of experience, not falling to my googly, playing it with a straight bat, not giving away the agenda of the meeting, but let's see what comes out of it. Clearly wanting to take control of the party structure ahead of the big general elections is Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. I want to thank our guests. We'll track this story very, very carefully. Both those yatras, the Ram Yatra versus the Nyay Yatra. Language wars have reignited in Karnataka. Pro-Kannada activists went on a rampage along Bengaluru's High Street, vandalizing designer stores, coffee shops and cafes that displayed English signages. The protest came after the civic body ordered that all commercial establishments must display 60% signages in Kannada.
Shops vandalized, luxury stores attacked. Language activists rampage across the streets of Bengaluru days after the city's civic body slapped notices on commercial establishments to sport signages in Kannada. Karnataka Rakshana Vedika workers led by Narayana Gowda smashed glass doors and destroyed English signboards of multiple businesses in the IT city on Wednesday.
It is very disappointing that the commercial establishments are not following the law of the land, and also government is not ready to implement the order which is passed by the government itself.
Narayana Gowda, who was later detained, declared only those who have signboards in Kannada will be allowed to do business in Karnataka.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಮಾಡುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಳಿಗೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡ್ಡಾಯವಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡದ ನಾಮಫಲಕ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು, ಕನ್ನಡವನ್ನ ಬಳಸಬೇಕು. ಕನ್ನಡ ಬಳಸಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋಕೆ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ.
Karnataka Rakshana Vedike workers have now once again decided to take law into their own hands. They've come down to the Lavelle Street, which is one of the most busiest central business district places of Bangalore, and they've vandalized the most prominent shops over here, which contribute greatly, in fact, to Karnataka's economy. We have one of the most iconic fashion designer shops, Shantanu Nikhil. In fact, if you look at the image over there, the Shantanu Nikhil that is written in English, that has been taken down.
The violent protest by the KRV workers took the Bengaluru police by surprise. Authorities said they were not expecting such vandalism and assured tightened security. Earlier, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah had said that the establishments will have to comply with the Kannada signboard order before February 28. With Anagha Keshav in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
This is where I wrap up the news track. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm taking a brief New Year vacation. We'll be back in the new year. Lots to look forward to in the new year. That's the year where 40 big elections will be held across the world. And nobody likes and loves a good election in quite the way the India Today team does. And we hope to track all these elections, from the elections in India to Bangladesh, Pakistan, the US, UK, South Africa. All those elections we tracked very, very carefully here in India Today, and that's something we're super excited about. So wishing you a very happy new year. Enjoy the last week of the year, and I look forward to seeing you in 2024. Goodbye. Good night.